Okay, here's another example of a problem where the making up numbers is a good connection to another strategy, in this case drawing or redrawing. So let's see how we can do that. So here it says that the 5 line segments in the figure above are all congruent. What is the ratio of the length AC, which they currently don't have drawn, but we should draw it in at some point, to the length of BD? Okay, now in this case, because I'm dealing with basically 60, 60, 60 or equilateral triangles, I'm going to try and pick something, since I know the rule has root 3, I'm going to pick a value that I know would be divisible into 3, because I suspect some kind of rationalizing with root 3 is going to go on. So I'm going to do 6, because if I do have to rationalize, I want it to be able to reduce as easily as possible. All right, that would probably be a better value than 8 or 7 or 5. Something where I suspect it's going to be an integer divisible by 3 might be relevant. So I'm going to here make everything 6. Okay, so now we know that BD is 6. So eventually we're going to have the ratio of AC to BD, and we know that BD is 6. Okay, so let's take a look what's going on here. So I have an equilateral triangle, and what I find that AC is going to be this long, and inside my triangle here, right, I'm going to have a 30, 60, 90 right triangle, where in this case 6 is going to be the excuse me, hypotenuse of that triangle. So in this case, you can go in looking at your rules from the front of the section. The side opposite 30 is going to be half as much, so we would call that 2s. That's going to be s equals 3. And then in this case, the other guy, the one that we're looking for, half of AC, actually turns out to be the longer leg of this right triangle. So that's going to be s root 3 or 3 root 3. So since everything is congruent, I would then make the same assumption that from here in the middle of the figure down to point C, that would be basically the same kind of triangle. So again, that would be the longer leg 3 root 3. And if I go in now, what I'm looking for in AC is going to be the 3 root 3 plus the other 3 root 3. So that's going to give me down here 6 root 3. So it turns out that in my work that I have 6 root 3 over 6. That's going to boil down to root 3 or root 3 to 1, which if I go back into my options, that's going to be option B. So even though it didn't turn out I needed to rationalize, again, trying to pick something where I can divide by what potential square root I might have, I think is always a good idea.